Hi everybody. Today we are going to work on the song Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones. And for this song we're going to be using 6 chords. And they're right here on the screen if you want to take a moment to pause and jot them down. B minor, G, A minor, C, D, and F. So let's go through those one by one. Our B minor chord is a bar chord. And the way I play my B minor is I squish down these 3 strings with my index finger. It's the C, E, and A strings, all in the 2nd fret. So my pointer finger is kind of mashed down on those, playing those 3, and then I reach my ring finger up, just the tip of my ring finger up to grab the 4th fret of the G string. When I play them all together, it sounds like that. If you would rather not do this stretch with your ring finger, you can just lay your pointer finger across these 3 strings on the 2nd fret and just play it like that. There's no reason to avoid a song if there's a bar chord in it. There's usually some way to kind of, find a workaround that works for your hands. Okay, so that's B minor. We're going to do G major, which is a little triangle, the 2nd, 3rd, and 2nd frets of the C, E, and A strings. We're going to do A minor, which is middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. There's a C, 3rd fret of the A string, and a D major. These are all on my 2nd fret. 2nd fret G string, C string, and E string. I like to use my pointer, middle, and ring fingers, just like that. And then F major, which looks like this. Pointer finger on the 1st fret of your E string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of your A string, or your G string, excuse me. And that'll sound like that. Okay. So the strumming pattern that we're going to use for this, I have a couple of versions we can use. The way that I play this song, I'll just play the strumming pattern that I use, and then I'll kind of show you some options. So what I'm doing there is I'm going like this. I'm going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. You see here at the top where it says strum. On beat 1, down. Beat 2, down first, and then at the very end, I'm doing a little upstroke there. So if you think of beat 2 as being broken into 4 pieces, like 2E and a, 2E and a, I'm going down, rest, rest, up, if that makes sense. Beat 3, I got a 3 and. I'm going down on beat 3 and down on the little in-between beat between beat 3 and beat 4. And then beat 4, on the down beat, I'm going to rest. I'm going to sort of do a ghost strum down, and then I'm going to go up, down, up. You can think of it like this. 4, E, and So, miss, up, down, up. And when you put those all together, you get a strumming pattern that sounds like 1, 2, a 3 and E and a 1, 2, a 3 and E and a, like this. 1, 2, a 3 and E and a 1, 2, a 3 and E and a, just like that. If you'd like to do a slightly easier version, you can take a look at the one on the bottom. This is the easier strum. And instead of dealing with all of this rest, up, down, up over here, the difference here is I'm going down, down, up, down, 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 just like that. 1, 2, a 3 and 4 and 1, 2, a 3 and 4 and. And when I play it, when I strum it, it sounds like this. 1, 2, a 3 and 4 and 1, 2, a 3 and 4 and. You can use either of those strumming patterns. They'll both work with this song. Okay. So let's take a look at the intro. So the intro to Wild Horses just uses 2 chords, G and A minor. When we play the intro, I'm going to go a bar of G, bar of A minor, bar of G, bar of A minor, and a bar of G. G, A minor, G, A minor, verse, I'll hold up a little chord chart, and again, take a moment to pause and maybe jot this down. Yeah, we just did the intro, G, A minor, G, A minor, G. And now when we enter the verse, we're going to start on B minor, G, B minor, G, A minor, C, D, G, D. And you'll notice in this bar, I've written a little extra information. So this bar has a C chord and a D chord, and at the bottom I've written 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason I did that is so that you'll kind of get the specific timing, because there's like a short chord change in there. When you strum the C chord, you're going to strum that C chord for 3 beats out of the 4. And then you're going to do the D just for 1 beat. So it's going to go C, 2, 3, D before you change to G for beat 1 of the next bar. And then basically these 2 lines repeat down here, starting on the B minor. 1, 2, 3, and 4, E and. Okay. That's the verse. So the chorus for Wild Horses is basically a 4-bar pattern that repeats. We're going to do A minor, C for 3 beats, and then D for this 1 beat, just like we did in the verse. And then this bar has 2 beats of G, 2 beats of F. And then lastly, we have a full bar of C. And that pattern, that top line, is the same as the bottom line. So basically, we're just going to do this A minor, C, D, G, F, C. We're going to do that twice. 1, 2, 3, and 4, E and. Towards the end of the song, there's an interlude that sounds very different from the rest of the song. It's just instrumental. And I think it comes right before the last verse and chorus. And it's just going to use F, C, F. And then we have another one of these bars where you're doing 3 beats of C and a beat of D, just like that. And then followed by 2 bars of G. 1, 2, 3, and 4, E and. So lastly, the final chorus of Wild Horses, let's look at the bottom here, the final chorus is pretty much the same as all the other choruses, The only difference is at the end, we have this little progression that goes to G. So take a moment, look at the chord progression, and then we're going to play through it. So the final chorus is going to go like this, starting on A minor. 1, 2, 3, and 4, E and A minor, C, D, G, F, C, A minor, C, D, G, F, C, when you land on that last G, you can just hit it and let it ring for 4 beats. And that's your outro. Okay, so that's all the parts for Wild Horses. And if you check out the full playthrough video, you can play through the whole song with me. All right, have fun.